going to the damn Super Bowl. Bucks Nation, we live. We coming home. Let's do this.
Hey, me and my son, we going to the Super Bowl, baby! Come on.
We coming home to Tampa, baby! Yeah!
We believe in each other, and every single time we hit the field, we leave everything we have. But the job's not finished. We're going to Tampa, and we're trying to run it back.
With Super Bowl 55 just days away, it's time to dissect the matchups between the two contestants. That said, the defense of both the Kansas City Chiefs and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers stepped up during the postseason. They are finally getting into the limelight, which their offense dominated all season. Therefore, it won't be surprising if the game turns into a low-scoring chess match. As for the Grandmasters, Chiefs defensive coordinator Steve Spagnuolo is seeking his third Super Bowl win. He was the architect of the Giants' pass rush that ended the Patriots' quest for perfection in Super Bowl 42. Tom Brady can't get going during that day because Michael Strahan, Justin Tuck, and Ozzie Umenyiora hunted like wolves. Meanwhile, Todd Bowles is navigating a Buccaneers defensive unit that has a nice balance of youth and experience. He did have a Super Bowl win with the then Washington Redskins under his belt. Certainly, the former safety would like to have another ring as a coach. Of course, winning the big game on their home turf enhances the narrative. Here's how the Chiefs and the Buccaneers defensive units are stacking up against each other. They may not be on the field at the same time, but their performance can either uphold or doom their hopes of winning Super Bowl 55. It's a battle of varying approaches as the Chiefs operate mainly on a 4-3 while the Buccaneers use a base 3-4. Without a doubt, Chris Jones will be a handful for the Tampa Bay O-line. The two-time Pro Bowler tallied 7.5 sacks during the regular season, which is impressive given that he's an interior lineman. The Bucs may use two people to block him given his power and speed. Unfortunately, that may not be a wise option because Frank Clark can get loose. Clark had 6 sacks in the regular season and 2 in the playoffs. If Spagnuolo wants a repeat of Super Bowl 42, Clark and Jones must dial up constant pressure towards Brady. Granted that they can dominate the line, Derek Nenati and Tano Kipasagnan must take advantage of the occasional free pass. On the other hand, Indominicans 2 can still generate a mean push to let their linebackers run free. However, Vita Vea's performance will be crucial to the Buccaneers' success. He's still doubtful for Super Bowl 55, but if he becomes the pre-injury Vea, the Chiefs will be in trouble. While the jury's still out on him, the Kansas City D-line has the edge on paper because their pass rush starts up front. Looking at the linebackers in Super Bowl 55, to state it up front, Tampa Bay has a massive edge on their linebacking group. Shaquille Barrett, Devin White, and Jason Pierre-Paul are clearly better than their counterparts. Add the fact that Kansas City's Willie Gay will be out for the game and it's a mismatch. Barrett has 3 sacks in 3 postseason games, while Pierre-Paul has 2. Eric Fisher's absence will also be a concern for the Chiefs. The 2-time Pro Bowl left tackle will not play and Mike Remmers will take his place. Barrett and Pierre-Paul can run stunts and outright pass rushes to crack through Patrick Mahomes' blindside. If Remmers or Nick Allegretti can't hold the fort, the defending champions will be in for a long day. Checking up on the defensive backs, Tyrann Mathieu alone gives the Chiefs a fighting chance in the battle of the secondary. He's a gifted cover guy that can also play physically with bigger and taller receivers. Expect him to be Mike Evans' spy all game. Antonio Hamilton and Charvarius Ward must also make good reads of Brady's hot routes to limit the big plays. Of course, who can forget Daniel Sorensen's heads-up play against the Cleveland Browns in the divisionals? Meanwhile, the Tampa Bay secondary is coming up with big plays throughout the playoffs. Sean Murphy-Bunting has 3 interceptions, while Mike Edwards has 1. Likewise, Antoine Winfield's trip off Jared Cook led to a Buccaneers touchdown. However, Winfield and Jordan Whitehead will be nursing injuries in Super Bowl 55. Whether these injuries affect their performance will remain a mystery until Sunday. The matchup of defensive backs looks like a stalemate because they both have playmakers. However, Tyreek Hill did gain 263 yards and 3 touchdowns against this unit during the regular season. Will Hill complete an anchor? That question is difficult to answer, given how the Buccaneers secondary are stepping up as of late. The Tampa Bay Buccaneers had the best run defense during the 2020 regular season. They allowed only 80.6 yards from the ground per game, while the Chiefs gave 122.1. On the other hand, Kansas City has the edge in pass defense by allowing 236.2 per game. The Bucs tallied 246.6 opponent passing yards per contest. In the postseason, the Buccaneers gave up just 85.7 yards per game, while the Chiefs are at 120.5. Likewise, Kansas City allows 215 passing yards in one match, while Tampa Bay is at 264.3. Coming into Super Bowl 55, the Chiefs are giving up 21.5 points per game, while the Buccaneers are not far behind at 23.